Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video, can you take professional photos with your smartphone? So as a photographer for well over 15 years now, and with smartphones becoming ever better every single year, I often wonder how good are smartphones at capturing professional images. So I thought I would test it and challenge myself to go out there using my smartphone to capture a number of images and see what the outcome would be. And I'll show you the results later in the video. There are huge benefits for you using your smartphone to take photos, and I'll show you why. And I'll also show you the difference between the quality of your smartphone images versus a professional DSLR camera in Photoshop. So, onto the challenge, and I head into my local city of York where I live on a really heavy snow day, just with my smartphone, and I have an iPhone 15, capture some amazing moments hopefully, and really test what I could do with my smartphone. It's always beautiful down the river. We'll take some nice pictures hopefully today. So obviously there are loads of benefits using your smartphone. One main one being the size. This is an iPhone 15, the one that I'll be using in this video, and you can easily carry it around with you. It's in your pocket, ready to go. There are no bags to carry around. You don't have to replace lenses. It's quick and easy and simple. Pretty awesome just to be checking this out right now. What a beautiful building this will be. Tourist scenic areas. Yeah, beautiful scenes here. So it's worth mentioning that with this phone in particular, I'll be using the standard settings. So the f-stop is 1.6 aperture, and it comes with 48 megapixels on that particular setting. You can use the wider pan version, which I think takes it down to 12 megapixels, but it gets really weird and stretchy on the side, which just looks awful to be honest. So all the images in this video will be taken from the standard settings. So it's also worth knowing where your images are going to be used, because if you upload them to your smaller social media platforms like Instagram, you will probably get away with quite a lot because the pixel sizes are so much smaller than printing large format A1, A0. You will start to see some more of the detail showing things on your images that maybe you don't want to see. But I will show you later in the video the difference between large format and small format, and actually what you can get away with a little bit more on your smartphones. So the second benefit for using your smartphone, and this is a really key one, you have no choice but to think about your composition. Mastering the art of arranging your key elements in your images and framing your subjects in a certain way will ultimately give you better results. It's not so much about your smartphone or whether you use a digital professional camera. You don't have the flexibility of using different f-stops like you would on a professional camera, ISO settings and different shutter speeds. It's all about point and shoot and down to your vision, and that's ultimately what photography is all about, right? No pressure, guys. Yeah, we're the most famous point of York, really. Yeah, Clifford's Tower there. See it in all its glory. But the views of the bar walls. Pretty unique really, so it's been good to get out and get some photos. So I'm going to show you how I got on with my smartphone on location later in the video, but first, point number 3, the quality between smartphones and professional cameras. So here are some quality differences between a smartphone image and a professional digital camera image, and I'm going to go into the details to show you a little bit more. So here are some images that I've taken on my iPhone. You can see here some amazing contrast and light, along with a good subject of course. All good things to look for in photography. What I want to point out is the resolution and the pixel difference when you zoom into the photo. It's fairly soft, and even if you try to sharpen this part of the image, it would just go really pixelated. And a couple of examples here, this time with the boat. You can see how poor the quality is when you zoom in. The boat was a long distance away from where I took the photo, and therefore the resolution is worse here. Whereas the city landscape, I was stood closer to the main subject, the light was also better, and therefore the overall resolution has improved for this photo. If you're a photographer looking for that pinpoint sharpness in your image that you can print in large format, and when it is printed large you can still see the quality and the sharpness within your image, this is a good example of what you'd be trying to achieve. This photo was taken on my Professional Canon 5D SR, which is a 50 megapixel camera, and what you can hopefully see here, depending on what you're viewing this video on, is how much sharper and greater the resolution and details are. And that's the biggest difference between your smartphone and a professional camera, is that your sensor will be able to handle the pixels and details in your photos far greater than a small digitally captured smartphone. Now, as promised, I'll show you how I got on with my smartphone to capture some very wintry, snow-covered conditions in York, and really just to test myself, see what I could do with my iPhone, and here's the results. Yeah, so overall I was actually really happy with this challenge and the results, because what it did do was it pushed me into an avenue where I had to really test my kind of visual element with compositions, with how to put the elements together, with different framing, and it was also quite a unique set of conditions with how much snow we had on this particular weekend in the UK. It's very rare to get that much snow, so there was quite a lot that was quite unique and quite different. So I actually really enjoyed that kind of challenge and that experience. And so much so that I have posted some of these images on my Instagram, which is at adventure.russ.photography if you're interested. And I don't have to worry so much about the pixel sizes because it's such a small platform that it's actually been shown on. But you can still print these at A3, A2, maybe even bigger if you wish as well. You've just got to be really wary about the pixel quality difference between printing an image that's been taken on your smartphone versus something that's been a professional digital camera. Yeah, so my final conclusion for this video is smartphones are a really good device to capture moments that you could actually miss out on if you don't have your professional setup at the time. But if you're looking to achieve really great high quality work, then you need to be using professional digital camera equipment and using Photoshop and learning how to get better at editing your images rather than relying on a smartphone to do all of that work for you. And if you do have any comments, please come back to me. I will definitely respond. So hopefully you've enjoyed it, and thanks very much for watching it to this point. If you do want to see more of my photography videos, please take a look at these, which I'll include at the end of the video. And I'll see you guys in the next video pretty soon. Cheers guys, see you later.